Ras Revolution's a rant with reason, supporting the struggle for international justice. Every day we're being grateful out here, supporting the struggle. For we know when we're called to a wedding, we go sit in the lower rooms in hopes that the host may come and say, friend, come to the higher room. Yes, in the same way, we reach the sufferers. We go down to the bottom because we know those who choose to exalt themselves shall be abased, and those who humble themselves in the sight of the Creator will be exalted on high. Give thanks. Mexico nab drug kingpin Chapo. Chapo, they say he's out of the picture. 2001 he got caught. He escaped in a laundry basket out of prison. Well, we know there's ample evidence that El Chapo and the Sinaloa cartel has been working with the Drug Enforcement Agency of the United States. So we're wondering, is this, you know, does this have to do, did El Chapo, did he turn on the DEA? Did he say the wrong thing? Did it start to get too hot? Something went down. Something changed. They said they got one of his guys underneath his bodyguard. He had 12 cell phones. They went through his cell phones. They found the connection between his bodyguard. They traced the satellite and all this kind of stuff. You know, you really have to, you got to be some sort of like, you know, what kind of a potato, mashed potato, peas and carrot type brain are you to believe that they finally were able to track down his cell phone now? Peas and carrots, man. Peas and carrots. They got this Putin. They got Putin all over the front page. They say, well, Putin got all the golds at the Olympics, but he lost Ukraine. I don't think so. I really don't. You know, there's a bunch of people. Ukraine is split right now down the middle. Okay, you've got the people that are receptive to the propaganda by the CIA that's trying to persuade people that their future's bright if they go with the European Union. They'll live in mansions and this and that. It's not going to happen, folks, okay? We need to start to think sensibly and simplify our lives. You know, all this stuff that we want to acquire in life is not going to get us to the ultimate heights of the Creator. Yes, it's just going to put us down into the pit of destruction. So, you know, I don't like to use this word loosely, but from everything I can see, these people are really hating on President Putin. You know, and, you know, I don't like to use the word because I know that every single time, you know, they want to discourage something from the youth, they say, oh, this person hating, they hating, they angry, and this and that. Well, you know, you have to remember people like Malcolm X. Malcolm X will go on history as one of the greatest, most courageous leaders of all time. So will Martin Luther King. Now, were they going to say, well, Malcolm X was a hater. He just hated on rich people. You know, I mean, you can say that all you want, but again, in history, 100 years down the road, nobody will believe that. They'll go and piss on your grave. Because people tend, just as the Bible says, the truth will be revealed. And the truth has become revealed, and as time goes on, the truth becomes more and more revealed. So again, you know, you can make up all the fables and you know, children's story tales you can think of, but the fact remains that we are in a society which buries the truth, and that's the only way they can keep it hidden and out of view, is if they bury it. It's just like the situation with the gas. They're talking about, we need to move the gas. We need to move it either way. It needs to either be moved by train or it needs to be moved by rail. Well, again, this is, they're trying to bury the truth. And I'm looking for the article here. What they want to do is they want, first of all, they don't want you to see the gas being moved because they're afraid that there might be some terrorists out there might blow the trains up. So they figure, well, we'll put it underground and then nobody will see it. But let's be realistic here. The terrorists and whoever wants to disrupt this country and put the people in fear, because remember, through that fear drives their profit. You know, as long as you're afraid, you're constantly giving your money to them. Protect us, we're afraid, you know. What is so important about your life that you really need protection. Okay? Is it your video game? Is it your television? Is it your new car? I mean, let's be realistic. All you are, these people out here obsessed with their possessions. That's the slavery. That's what's keeping them enchained. You know, and their pride. You know, pride is the chain about man's neck, you know. And that's what it's done to people. It's keeping them enchained so they can't see reality. Because when you see reality, you see the truth. And then you're free. A free man. No longer enchained. And the truth is, they want to keep this gas buried. But the truth is also that the terrorists are going to go into the pipelines. They're going to go underneath the ground and bomb them. And then those oil is definitely going to leak into our aquifer. So if you set up that pipeline, you are setting yourself up for failure in the end. Because that's what I see. Part 2 in a minute.